Hey, what's going on guys, it's Matt here bringing you guys another PvP Pokemon video. For this video we're in the Master League. Ultra League just ended, and this is my first set in Master League. We have GROUDON as in the lead with Togekiss and Melmetal in the back. This team is super strong for the Master League. Togekiss is just a really good overall because there's like always guaranteed a Dialga. At least, usually there's, Dialgas and Girautinas. So Togekiss is just a really good pick to have in this Master League. And so is GROUDON, being, well, I think like ranked number 1 or something like that for Master League. As you saw in that first battle, we had GROUDON versus Togekiss and they just backed out, so they likely had double steal in the back. It would have been a very tough matchup for them if they did. But in this battle we have GROUDON versus Mewtwo, and I go for the shield bait with the Fire Punch and we get a shield. They've built up to back-to-back side strikes. I'm going to let the first one go through because I know I can survive it, and I'll shield up the second one. So we're shielding up the second side strike. I usually do this every time, and then we make it to an Earthquake before they can get to another side strike, because we did go for that shield bait. And we land the Earthquake onto the Mewtwo and takes out the Mewtwo. I was going to swap out to Togekiss because I wasn't sure if it was going to KO or not, but it did anyway, so we're staying with GROUDON and they're bringing a Melmetal. I'm going to be able to get another Fire Punch off. It's going to do a pretty big chunk to the Metagross there. And we take out the, they take out my GROUDON, which was a good thing I didn't swap into Togekiss because this probably could have lost the match for me. Because that Metagross was going to wall my Togekiss pretty much. I call a Meteor Mash shield bait. That's pretty risky to do. They could have thrown an Earthquake and taken out my Melmetal. And they don't shield their Metagross. Sorry, I'm blanking for a bit. Blanking a bit here. It's been almost a week since my last video. They don't shield the Metagross, thinking I was going to shield bait with a Rock Slide. And I take out the Metagross and they bring in a Dialga, and I instantly swapped my Togekiss, knowing that there's probably going to be something weak to my Togekiss because dragons are just so common in this Master League. And I'm pretty sure we have a superpower stored on the Melmetal for in case I needed it. And we were able to get that shield from the Dialga using the flamethrower and just go for the superpower here to take it out. Probably could have just farmed it down at that point. They weren't close to a move because they took out my Togekiss with their Iron Head. But yeah, anyway, just throw the superpower. Didn't need to touch, swipe all the bubbles. This matchup we have a GROUDON versus Swampert, which is a terrible lead. That Swampert is super spammy and would do a lot of damage to my GROUDON with those Hydro Cannons. So I just swap straight out into my Togekiss because Melmetal doesn't really have a good matchup against Swampert. I'd have to hit it with superpowers and that would debuff me. So what I'd do is go into my Togekiss and then just let it go down because there's no point. If I shielded, they would just farm me all the way down. And then they have a lot of energy for my GROUDON that I brought back in. And I could just bring in my GROUDON. Purposefully go for a Fire Punch. I didn't want to shield bait. So then I'm able to farm it down and try to shield bait the Swampert coming back in. I know I could take a Meteor Mash so I don't shield, and the Swampert comes back in. I'm going to shield this and build up to an Earthquake and throw a Fire Punch to hopefully get a shield because they obviously want to keep their Swampert alive. It has a very good matchup against this GROUDON and they're going to be able to beat me, and they might have something weak in the back. So I do get the shield bait and then I catch a Hydro Cannon onto my Melmetal. I definitely wanted to catch that because they could have just gone for Earthquake if they if they were ready for it. But that was a good catch, and they have a Snorlax. And at this point, I go for a Rock Slide shield bait. I'm pretty sure. I felt like that was a bit too quick for them to get to a superpower, so I don't shield, and it was a Body Slam. I go for a Rock Slide shield bait, thinking that they might shield the Snorlax, which I don't think they do. No, they don't. So I'm going to build back up to another double superpower. Again, that was a bit quick, so I'm calling that it's a Body Slam, not a superpower. I wasn't really too sure what my win con here was, so I was just trying to wing it honestly. I go for a superpower, they don't shield it up, I gain a bit more energy and swap to my Groudon and throw a Fire Punch. See if they want to shield to try and get off another Body Slam. I undercharge it because I was hopefully trying to get a bit of farm on, which I do. I'm able to get another 2 Mud Shots in, which is pretty big. And I built just before the Earthquake, hoping that they weren't counting my fast moves. To see if they were, so I could try and shield bait them, because I didn't want to get to another Hydro Cannon. And I do get the shield, which is excellent. I still have 1 shield, so they have to get to pretty much double Hydro Cannons. I nearly made the mistake here of going straight for the superpower. I should have built up to 2 and then thrown it, because it gets extremely close there. They nearly farm me down, and because I debuffed myself, I made it even closer. But I ended up getting to another superpower, luckily, with that over farm that I got on the Snorlax. And we take the win with that horrible lead, so that was a pretty good battle. This battle we have another Mewtwo, and I'm going to do the exact same thing, build up to an Earthquake and throw a Fire Punch. This time they throw a Side Strike straight away, so I'm just going to shield and then not shield the second one. If I use a shield and don't shield, then they're less likely to use both shields. So I do the same thing, I get a shield off of them. They're throwing another Side Strike, so I'm just going to shield this, not shield this one. No, I can take it. And I'm going to get to another Earthquake. Exactly same as last time. So if they don't shield, this will take them out, but they do double shield, and I'm not too sure at this point what to do, to be honest. I was considering trying to get to another Earthquake, but I wasn't too sure if I'd get to it before they get to another Side Strike, so I just let my Groudon go down and I take shield advantage. But because this is my first set, and it's been a while since I played Master League with this team, I wasn't exactly too sure how to play this match up when they double shield. But at this point I just want to get the Mewtwo out, because he's going to be able to spam off some Side Strikes on me, and it does get me quite low at this point. They did not want to swap out, and I definitely wasn't going to go in there with Togekiss, because these Side Strikes were going to chunk my Togekiss. So I swap out there so I don't take another Side Strike on my Melmetal, because it would have taken me out. They bring in the Melmetal though, which is not a very good matchup, because they do have Rock Slides and they resist my moves. I shield the first one, and this won't KO me, so I'm going to be able to get to a Flamethrower. I get to a Flamethrower, but they switch out. And I might have been able to win if they didn't do that. It is a Giratina, but my Togekiss is just too low at this point, and they're able to farm me down with the Giratina. I come back in with Melmetal and throw a Rock Slide. Even if I did take out the Giratina at this point, I'm pretty sure a Superpower won't KO the Melmetal, so I need to get to back. And they get thrown on this wing, get a boost, and just take my Melmetal out with 1 hit. This battle we have my Groudon versus Metagross, which is a very good matchup. I'm obviously being Ground type, and Metagross being Steel type, and they switch in Dragonite, so I just hard counter with Togekiss. And they throw Draco Meteor. Hurricane would be the way to go, but obviously they didn't have it. But that does do a decent chunk, not quite a bit, not a lot I mean. They bring in their Metagross to be able to farm down my Togekiss, so I'm going to get a shield with that Flamethrower. I don't want to risk coming in with Melmetal and having to pretty much coin flip whether it's going to be a Meteor Mash or an Earthquake. So I just come in with Groudon and shield, and they threw an Earthquake, so luckily I did shield that. Meteor Mash would have done a big chunk, but it wouldn't have KO'd. Earthquake probably would have. And they swap into Tyranitar, so I come in with my Melmetal, and these superpowers are going to be doing a lot of damage, being that Rock Dark type, that makes it quite weak to fighting. So we go for the first superpower. Doesn't KO, they shield it and we land the second one because they're out of shields. At this point that was very good for me, because now I can come in with my Groudon and farm down, since it is going to be taking super effective damage also from the Mud Shots. And Bite doesn't gain energy very quickly, so I'm able to farm it down and throw an Earthquake onto the Metagross, and that's going to be a good game. So yeah guys, hope you enjoyed this video. I've been super busy lately and I'm going to continue to be busy, so I'll try to get out videos as much as I can. And I hope to see you all next time. Peace out.